All right. Howdy, everyone. And I'm going to start this series of shorts. Please. I can't believe people believe this stuff. And not that I didn't believe it once myself, but when you apply a little bit of critical thinking to a lot of the traditions of men that are handed down, it really doesn't withstand any kind of smell test at all. So today I want to talk about virgins, the law, and a set apart people or holy people. Holy people that don't do things or are not supposed to do things like the rest of the surrounding people that fall into idolatry. So what I want to look at, I want to look at the law here, and I'll share this with you. All right, so you can see here I did a search for 20 years, and you should be familiar. This is the age of accountability for this is adulthood by our Father. All right, so in Exodus 30:14, right here, we have everyone that passeth among them that are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give an offering to the Lord. Okay, this is talking about the half shekel tax for the sanctuary. All right, the rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel. If we continue on, in Leviticus 27, we can see they're talking about the estimation of people, the holy set apart people that do things differently. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old. Even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver after the shekel of the sanctuary. Verse 4, and if it be a female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. Now here we have the differentiation. Verse 5, and if it be from 5 years old even unto 20 years old. So here we have a minor, right? What we would call a minor. Then the estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. And then it goes even younger into young children, right? If it be from a month old even into 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be a male of the male 5 shekels of silver, and for the female thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. So 20 years old, that is the number of adulthood when they're told to number the congregation for the men of war. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, right? So they number all these people. And goes through, counts everybody. There's a bit of a difference with the Levites, 20 and 5 years old, do the service of the tabernacle. But far and away, take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and upward throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Israel. So this is the adults that we're looking at here. Now they were also told, right, not to prostitute their daughter. Leviticus 19:29, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. That's a big one. Now, this is a set apart people. They had their ups and downs quite a bit. The kingdom split into two, which if you are studying with us, you're aware of that. And the house of Israel was taken into captivity. The house of Judah was taken into a temporary captivity, right? Israel was scattered, house of Israel scattered, house of Judah sent to captivity, brought back, because the line of Messiah is coming through the family's line of David. So where does that bring us? What are you talking about? A set apart people. What I'm talking about is, let's add one more thing to this, shall we? Let's look at her father's house. Right? Especially when we get to the law. Let's look at this. A daughter is under the protection of her father in her father's house. Let's narrow this down a little bit. We can see these things. I'm not going to cover the whole law, but right, Leviticus 22:13. He's allowed to feed everything to his family. But if the priest's daughter is married unto a stranger, meaning not of Israel, she can't eat of the holy thing. But if the priest's daughter, this is Leviticus 32:13, 12 and 13, but if the priest's daughter be a widow or divorced and have no child and is returned unto her father's house as in her youth, she shall eat of her father's meat, but there shall no stranger eat thereof. So, what I'm getting at, is God going to break his own law? No. Is God going to defame his holy, set apart people? No. So why do we, meaning secular Christianity, why does secular Christianity follow the traditions that a virgin of this set apart people was impregnated by our Heavenly Father? At the age of 12 or 13 or 14. Well, if you look around the world, that's very common for people to give their daughters away as a bride at that age. That's not very set apart, is it? You're applying the world's standards to Yah, the Most High God. You're saying that she came from a polluted bloodline when you say that he broke his own law and gave a child to be married. Please. Our Heavenly Father obeys his own law. Our Heavenly Father isn't going to break that. There are millions of virgins, meaning those who have not had sexual contact, today over the age of 20 years old. But you want to say, because of traditions of people that say it's okay to diddle little kids below a certain age, that it's not a sin because they weren't mature yet? You're going to take their advice? Do yourself a favor, go out in the backyard, grab a 2x4, and whack yourself in the head with it. You need to rethink this. I hope this helps some of you. Our Heavenly Father is not a pervert. I love you all. Bye.